Have you ever wondered what life might feel like if you find yourself alone in your later years? It's a possibility many overlook until it becomes reality. When loved ones move away, friends pass on, or daily life grows quieter than ever before. Aging alone can be one of life's most profound challenges, but it doesn't have to mean misery or isolation. With the right mindset and intentional daily habits, you can craft a life that's not only fulfilling but also rich with meaning, joy, and personal growth, even on your own. In this comprehensive guide, we'll explore 6 essential daily practices for those growing older alone. These habits go beyond simply filling time. They're designed to keep you mentally sharp, physically active, emotionally resilient, and genuinely engaged in your days. The difference between loneliness and peaceful solitude often lies in the small, deliberate choices you make each day. If you want to avoid regret, emotional isolation, and a sense of emptiness, stay with us until the end. These 6 habits could fundamentally transform how you approach aging, empowering you to build a life that's vibrant, rewarding, and uniquely yours. Let's dive in and discover how to thrive in solitude, creating a future filled with purpose and contentment. Habit 1. Establish a daily routine. Waking up without a plan can leave you feeling adrift, unmotivated, and disconnected from the world. As you age, a structured daily routine becomes a cornerstone for maintaining purpose and direction, especially when living alone. A routine isn't about packing your day with meaningless tasks. It's about creating a rhythm that gives you a reason to rise each morning, offering stability and forward momentum. Without structure, particularly when work, family, or social obligations diminish, days can blur into one another, fostering boredom, isolation, and a sense of stagnation. A well-crafted routine empowers you to take charge of your time, ensuring it doesn't slip away unnoticed. It doesn't need to be rigid or overly complex, just intentional. Incorporating activities that spark joy, engage your mind, and promote balance. Balance. A strong morning routine is especially powerful, setting a positive tone for the day, waking at a consistent time, making your bed, enjoying a nutritious breakfast, and stepping outside for fresh air can significantly boost your mental and physical well-being, grounding you in a sense of normalcy. Consider Robert, a 76-year-old retired engineer. After losing his wife, he struggled with irregular sleep, skipped meals, and excessive TV watching. Days felt endless, and loneliness overwhelmed him. By establishing a routine, waking early, taking morning walks, cooking meals, and scheduling family calls, his life transformed. His mind cleared, and he no longer felt like he was merely waiting for time to pass. A routine anchors you, especially during uncertain or lonely times, eliminating emptiness by infusing each day with purpose, flow, and a sense of accomplishment. Even simple habits, like watering plants at a set time, listening to music in the evening, or journaling before bed, bring comfort and predictability. If life feels unstructured or days seem to slip away, start small. Plan a morning ritual, schedule meals, or dedicate time to hobbies. Making conscious choices about your time creates a framework of order, meaning, and momentum, ensuring you feel grounded and in control no matter the circumstances. A routine is your foundation for a life well lived, even in solitude. Habit 2. Prioritize physical movement. One of the most common mistakes as we age is becoming overly sedentary. While the body naturally changes over time, staying physically active is the closest thing to a fountain of youth, preserving not just your physical health, but also your mental clarity and independence. Inactivity leads to muscle loss, reduced flexibility, and declining energy, accelerating overall health decline and making daily tasks more challenging. The good news, you don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Consistent, gentle movement can make a profound difference. Daily activities like a short walk, gentle stretching, or frequent standing boost circulation, strengthen muscles, and maintain joint flexibility, ensuring tasks like rising from a chair, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries remain manageable. Eleanor, a 78-year-old retired librarian, became less active after retirement, spending hours seated. Over time, bending or walking became difficult, which she attributed to age. Joining a walking group and starting morning stretches changed everything. Her energy surged, posture improved, and sleep quality proving that movement is transformative at any age. Physical movement is a daily necessity, not an occasional task. Even with limited mobility, options like chair exercises, water aerobics, or repeated sit-to-stand motions keep you strong and promote blood flow. Exercise also protects your brain, with studies showing reduced risk of cognitive decline and dementia through improved brain circulation and stress reduction. Movement enhances mood, combats depression, and fosters a sense of vitality, making it a cornerstone of aging well. If you've been inactive, start small. A 5-minute walk, gentle morning stretches, or light housework. Consistency is key. The more you move, the stronger and more energized you'll feel. Explore activities you enjoy, like dancing or gardening, to make movement a natural part of your day. Over time, these efforts compound, preserving your independence and zest for life. Comment habit 2 below if you're inspired to incorporate more movement into your routine. Habit 3, stay socially engaged. Aging alone often brings a gradual loss of social connections. Friends relocate, family members grow busy, and solitude becomes the default. Isolation, however, poses a significant threat to mental and physical health, with studies equating its impact to smoking or obesity, increasing risks of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline. Loneliness isn't an inevitable part of aging. It's a challenge you can counter with daily social engagement. No matter how small, even brief interactions, a phone call, a chat with a neighbor, or a smile at the store boost emotional well-being and remind you of your place in the world. Human connection is a fundamental need, as essential as nutrition or exercise. Frank, an 80-year-old widower, withdrew after his wife's death, spending days alone with the TV, feeling disconnected. He took action, weekly calls to a friend, joining a senior group, and playing online chess. Within months, he felt alive, engaged, and part of a community, proving that small connections can have a big impact. Socializing doesn't require grand events or large gatherings. Sending a text, sharing coffee with a friend, or joining a hobby group builds meaningful ties that combat loneliness. Technology bridges gaps. Video calls, online forums, and social media connect you globally, offering a sense of belonging even without physical proximity. Many seniors find online communities, like book clubs or hobby groups, foster connection and purpose. Loneliness stems from disconnection, not solitude. Daily efforts to reach out, however modest, build a network of joy, conversation, and support. Start by identifying one person to contact daily or a group to join weekly. Local resources like senior centers or libraries often host events, while platforms like Meetup offer virtual or in-person interest-based groups. The more you engage, the easier it becomes, creating a vibrant social life despite living alone. Your efforts to connect remind you that you're never truly alone in the world. Habit 4, keep your mind stimulated. A common misconception about aging is that cognitive decline is inevitable. In reality, your brain thrives on stimulation and remains capable of growth at any age. Just as muscles weaken without exercise, the mind loses sharpness without challenge. Keeping your brain active doesn't mean tackling complex tasks. It's about engaging in activities that spark curiosity, introduce new ideas, and challenge your thinking, ensuring mental agility and resilience. Activities like reading, learning new skills, playing strategy games, writing, or engaging in deep conversations keep your mind sharp and memory robust. Janet, a 74-year-old retired teacher, noticed memory slips after retirement. Exacerbated by excessive TV watching, she revived her mind by reading, solving morning crosswords, and taking an online Spanish class. Within weeks, her focus sharpened, and she had fresh topics for social interactions, proving that mental engagement can reverse feelings of fog or stagnation. Challenge yourself with novel pursuits, a musical instrument, a new hobby, or a varied routine to stimulate neural connections. Mental engagement also combats boredom and depression, fostering a sense of accomplishment and purpose. Even small progress, like mastering a puzzle or learning a phrase, fuels motivation and gives you a reason to look forward to each day. Explore free resources like library books, YouTube tutorials, or podcasts to keep learning accessible and fun. If you're ready to stimulate your mind, comment habit 4 below and share your plans. Whether it's picking up a book, trying a new craft, or joining a discussion group, these efforts keep your brain flexible, resilient, and engaged, ensuring you remain curious and vibrant as you age. Habit 5, practice gratitude and reflection. Practicing gratitude daily is a transformative way to cultivate peace, happiness, and emotional resilience, especially when aging alone. It's tempting to dwell on losses, loved ones, health, or opportunities, but shifting focus to what remains can profoundly change your perspective. Gratitude doesn't ignore challenges. It highlights the good, boosting mood, reducing stress, and improving physical health. Studies link regular gratitude to lower depression, better sleep, and a stronger sense of a purpose, all achievable in just a few minutes daily. George, a 79-year-old retired firefighter, struggled after his wife's death, fixating on loneliness and past memories, starting a gratitude journal, noting 3 things daily. From his grandchildren's laughter to a warm coffee shifted his outlook. He still grieved but began cherishing what he had, finding joy in small moments. Reflection, through meditation, prayer, or quiet contemplation, complements gratitude, centering your mind and reducing stress. Sitting outside, breathing deeply, or processing thoughts helps you focus on what truly matters, fostering inner peace. Start small. Each day, note 3 things that brought joy: a favorite song, a tasty meal, a kind word. Apps like Day One or a simple notebook make this easy. Over time, this practice trains your mind to seek positivity, making joy more accessible even on tough days. Happiness isn't about circumstances, but how you respond. Gratitude and reflection ensure that, even in solitude, you're never truly isolated, filling your heart with warmth and your mind with calm. Make this a daily ritual to nurture your emotional well-being. Habit 6, find a way to help others. One of the most effective ways to combat loneliness and find purpose is to help others. When feeling isolated, focusing inward is natural, but giving to others brings profound rewards, shifting your perspective and fostering connection. Helping doesn't require grand gestures. Small acts like checking on a neighbor, volunteering, mentoring, or offering a kind word create a sense of belonging and remind you of your value. Wisdom and kindness. Margaret, an 82-year-old retired nurse, felt purposeless after her children moved away and her social circle shrank. Volunteering at a food bank, initially a few hours weekly, became a lifeline. She made friends, felt needed, and rediscovered fulfillment, proving that giving transforms both giver and receiver. Even with physical limitations, you can contribute writing letters, mentoring online, or encouraging others. These acts reinforce your worth and build connections. Ensuring solitude doesn't equate to loneliness. Make giving a daily habit, whether through a smile, advice, or a small favor. Virtual volunteering, like tutoring or supporting online communities, is ideal for those with mobility challenges. The act of giving fills your life with meaning, keeping your spirit vibrant and your heart full. Comment habit 6 below if you're inspired to give more, and share how you plan to start. Additional considerations for thriving alone. These habits are sustainable, adaptable, and inclusive, ensuring anyone can adopt them regardless of circumstances. To make them stick, tailor them to your lifestyle, energy levels, and preferences. For routines, use a planner, a pod, or sticky notes to track tasks, starting with morning rituals like coffee, a walk, or reading. For movement, explore accessible options. Online yoga videos, community fitness classes, or gardening. Mobility aids, like canes, or adaptive exercises, like seated stretches, ensure inclusivity for all abilities. Socially, leverage local resources. Senior centers, libraries, or churches often host free events. From book clubs to craft workshops, online platforms like Meetup or Reddit offer virtual interest-based groups connecting you globally. Mental stimulation is accessible through free resources, library books, YouTube tutorials, podcasts, or apps like Duolingo for learning. Gratitude journals or apps simplify reflection, while guided meditation apps like Calm enhance mindfulness. For giving, start micro-smile at a cashier. Share a recipe, or post encouraging comments online. Virtual volunteering, such as tutoring or supporting charities, keeps you engaged from home. Experiment to find what resonates, adjusting as needed. If walking feels daunting, try seated exercises. If in-person socializing is tough, join a virtual discussion group, set realistic goals: a 10-minute walk, 1 social call weekly, or 3 gratitude notes daily, and track progress with a journal or app to stay motivated. Enlist support from family, friends, or community groups to reinforce habits, making them enjoyable. For example, walk with a neighbor or discuss a book with a friend to combine movement and socializing. These small steps compound, creating a life of purpose, connection, and joy, even in solitude. Consistency, paired with flexibility, ensures these habits become second nature, empowering you to thrive. Real-life impact of these habits. These habits transform aging alone into an opportunity for growth and fulfillment. Claire, a 77-year-old widow, felt adrift until she adopted a routine of morning walks, reading, and volunteering at a shelter. Her energy and outlook soared, and she formed new friendships, proving structure fosters vitality. Tom, an 81-year-old retiree, countered isolation by joining an online photography group and calling family daily, rediscovering connection and purpose. Susan, a 75-year-old, used gratitude journaling and light exercise to lift her mood and mobility, feeling empowered despite living alone. These stories highlight how intentional habits establishing structure, staying active, connecting socially, engaging mentally, practicing gratitude, and giving create a vibrant life. They don't erase challenges but equip you with resilience, turning solitude into a space for fulfillment. By embracing these practices, you reclaim control, proving that aging alone can be a chapter of independence, joy, and personal growth, filled with moments that make each day worth celebrating. Final thoughts. Aging alone doesn't mean resigning to loneliness. It's an opportunity to shape a life of meaning through daily choices. The 6 habits: establishing a routine, prioritizing movement, staying social, stimulating your mind, practicing gratitude, and helping others empower you to thrive in solitude. They foster mental clarity, physical vitality, and emotional strength, transforming isolation into peaceful independence, where you're free to live on your terms. You can't always control circumstances. People come and go, life shifts, but you can control your response. These habits ensure that being alone doesn't equate to being lonely, reminding you of your enduring capacity for joy, connection, and purpose. Reflect on which habit resonates most. Which can you start today? Even one small step, 5 minutes of stretching, a gratitude note, or a call to a friend can spark a ripple effect, reshaping your outlook and enriching your life. Share one thing you learned and how you'll apply it in the comments below. Your thoughts fuel our motivation to create empowering content that uplifts and inspires. If this guide resonated, like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us deliver resources to inform and empower. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to connecting in the next guide, where we'll continue exploring ways to live fully at any age.